Hey everybody, my name is Nick Beta and welcome to my presentation. Today I will be discussing my project about augmented reality and virtual reality, and I will be presenting my project to principals, our curriculum director, and members of our curriculum design team at Maple Heights City Schools. And I'm pretty optimistic that this presentation will help us enact some change in our district and help us get some of these technologies into the hands of our students. So to get started, I just want to talk about what augmented reality and virtual reality are. As augmented reality allows a user to place a computer-generated image into the real world, where VR is going to completely immerse a user into a new environment that's not the physical world. And while they are different, as VR, like I said, really puts a user into a simulated environment, whereas AR overlays a computer-generated image onto the real world, I do believe that they have a lot of mutual benefits, and I think implementing both would really benefit our students. So my goals for this presentation are to highlight the benefits of using AR and VR in our curriculum, both for students and teachers. I want to give some practical ways we can implement AR and VR into our current and future curriculum. I'm going to provide a plan on how we can provide effective PD to give teachers the confidence and skills to use these technologies. And I'm also going to talk about how these technologies have been successful in other schools. Starting with the benefits of these technologies, I think the first big one is these technologies help us take students and put them in environments that we can't inside the classroom or the physical world. Research also shows that these technologies improve students' abstract reasoning skills, their collaborations, and it's a great platform to solve real-life problems. These technologies also help students make connections between the real world and technology, and I do believe that this will help improve students' literacy and skills with technology. Furthermore, in the real world, people are using technology every day to solve problems. That's not going to go away, so I believe this is a great 21st century skill we need to teach our students. Furthermore, I believe that using AR and VR gives us a great opportunity to teach our students about active learning and computational thinking as well. So with that being said, active learning is really when students take ownership of their learning and they learn how to learn for themselves. And using AR and VR gives us a great opportunity to engage students in active learning. So I looked at a case study where a group of students made their own AR games, and the researchers noted that the big benefits were that students engaged in cross-disciplinary practice. It was a student-centered approach. They collaborated, and they really redefined their design process. So overall, I think if we use AR and VR in our curriculum, we provide great opportunities to teach students active learning, which is a must if we want our students to be lifelong learners. Similarly, I think these technologies also help support computational thinking, which is a problem-solving strategy where you kind of break the problem down, abstract the terms, you find your patterns, and you develop your algorithms. So I think using AR and VR gives us a great platform to have students solve real-life problems, which helps them improve their computational thinking skills as well. Furthermore, I think teachers would benefit because they could make connections between what they teach in class and the real world a little easier. I also think it would help give teachers opportunities to make lessons that have students solve real-life problems. Research also has shown that AR and VR helps teachers gamify their lessons, making them more entertaining, engaging, and helping students retain information. And furthermore, I think it would help our teachers improve their tech literacy, and it would really help us create a community of inquiry in our classrooms as well. I also went ahead, at Maple Heights, we don't really have any STEM goals or computer science goals at the moment, but we do have a portrait of a graduate. And innovator, critical thinker, and collaborator stood out most to me when relating it to augmented reality and virtual reality, as I think these technologies are innovative in themselves. So they would help our students become better innovators using these new technologies. I also think a lot of the big benefits of AR and VR is you're engaging students in problem solving. So that would help them become critical thinkers. And in problem solving, it would also help them work on their collaboration skills as well. So if you want to read more, you can check those out there. But the required tech for AR and VR, iPads and tablets are great for augmented reality. At Maple, we have Chromebooks, so there were a few Chromebook apps I did check out for augmented reality. And then for VR, you do need VR headsets. And while we don't currently have any at the high school, the middle and elementary school do have some as well. Some challenges we face are honestly right now just we don't have a lot of devices for our kids. But I do think our team at Maple can work together in finding some grant funding to help cover the costs of these technologies as well, as I linked a couple options we have. After that, I wanted to discuss some of the different apps I found. So for augmented reality, Measure was a great one I think we could immediately use, as it lets students measure different objects, which could directly relate to what we do in our geometry classes with Pythagorean theorem and proportions. Code Block was another one I looked at, where students can create codes that interact with the real world. Augment was another super cool one I was exploring. In Augment, it's an AR app where you can make a design and then see how it will look in the real world. Physics Lab, another great one where students can do physics experiments. And this could be really beneficial, especially for experiments that are hard to replicate or kind of difficult to do in the classroom as well. One of my favorite ones that I checked out was CoSpaces Education. And what I really liked about CoSpaces was you can use it with VR, AR, or just on Chromebooks. And in this app, you can create virtual worlds, you can do experiments, and you can do block coding, all while being able to collaborate as well. So I think that's another great option that we could immediately implement. The same goes for virtual realities, Google Expeditions. And this is one where I think it'd be great for history classes to take your students on field trips to different locations. In the past, with my STEM classes, I've used Access Mars. And even though I wouldn't quite call this AR or VR, I do think it's a great program that allows students to see what the rovers see on Mars. As for VR apps, Prisms is a great one. It is a little expensive, but I have gone to training for it before, and I found it fun, engaging, and super easy to follow. Some benefits here are you can really help students visualize abstract concepts. Labster VR was another great one where students can do experiments. Times of Space, I would love to have this for my STEM club, and it allows students to explore the solar system. So again, tying back to the beginning, you can show students things they haven't seen before. Similar, the ISS has a tour on VR as well. OpenBrush was another great one that can allow students to create 3D art. Finally, I wrote a little bit about a case study that saw benefits in biology students who use VR from learning, as they retain information better as well. So that implies other STEM subjects would benefit. Furthermore, I linked a couple articles that explain the benefits that Akron's Public Library has seen, as well as some schools in Cleveland. And finally, here is my plan for effective PD. First, we got to get teachers to buy in. Second, teachers got to be confident, and then we got to work together. So I listed a bunch of great resources. EdWeb is a great forum style one. And they also do live PDs. ISTE also has a lot of great articles. Educators in VR also host live PDs. And we can explore PDs at the ESC as well. Overall, I think if we work together, though, we can really make change happen for our district and for our students. So thank you for watching.